Ladies and gentlemen, my predictions are awful. I tell you what, this week has not gone so well for me. How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another video. This week we are doing the week 6 of the Premier League predictions, and I'm pretty sure I only got one right this week of Aston Villa versus Crystal Palace. I said 3-1. It wasn't looking good for Aston Villa, of Crystal Palace being 1-0 up until the 86th minute. And then we managed to score 3 goals in under 10 minutes or something in added time. Absolutely brilliant comeback. Nice 3 points for Aston Villa there. But we're going to hop into the week 6 predictions because I literally have not predicted anything else correct that week. So we're going to hop straight into it. I also want to give a shout out to these people. Currently, I'd seen on my like weekly things. I don't know what your names are, but if you see your profile picture on my little screen there on my phone, shout out to you. Thank you for all watching my videos. I can see you all popping up every week, so thank you so much. Now, first is going to be Nottingham Forest versus Burnley. Both of these teams have 2 games this week. Nottingham Forest coming up with a 43% chance of winning. Burnley 30% and a draw percentage of 27%. That doesn't seem quite fair on Burnley's side. They do seem like a pretty underrated team, despite them losing every single game that they've played so far. But I do believe in Burnley more than Nottingham Forest, to be fair. Nottingham Forest are doing all right currently. Let me have a look on the table. I think, where are they? They're 12th currently, which ain't that bad. It's not too bad. Better than Burnley, 19th place. Obviously, they haven't won any games yet, but they are playing Nottingham Forest tomorrow, as I'm currently recording this on a Sunday evening. God's day of rest, but my day of work. But I do think I am feeling quite a draw. I'm feeling a 27% chance of a draw is going to be more likely. So I'm going to say Nottingham Forest and Burnley are going to draw with a scoreline of 1-1. Now, last week I come up with these predictions of draws, and I wasn't that far off. I think for the Tottenham game last week, I can't remember who they were against. Hang on, let's have a look. I'm pretty sure they were against no one major really. Sheffield United, and I did say it'd be a 1-1 draw, and it ended up 2-1 to Tottenham. So I wasn't really that far off, but I do think predicting draws are quite good. And will end up in my favour if it is correct. Next is going to be Crystal Palace versus Fulham. Crystal Palace with a 51% chance of winning, Fulham 23% and a draw percentage of 26%. It's looking quite easy for Crystal Palace here. Now, Crystal Palace in 8th place, Fulham in 9th. They're both going to want to battle up for that 8th place position. Both 5 previous games of a win, loss, draw, win, loss. Fulham, win, loss, draw, loss, win. So literally the same, just in a different order. I think Crystal Palace is going to win with a scoreline of 2-0. Now, Fulham just about getting the job done against Luton Town yesterday, 1-0. Which was quite lucky in their opinion, well, in my opinion anyway. I mean, it would have been great for Luton Town. However, they have lost all 4 of their games, bless them. They're trying, as I said, but I think the Premier League is getting too much for them at the moment. Anyway, speaking of Luton Town is going to be playing against Wolves with a better percentage chance in their favour this week. Luton Town with a 29% chance of winning, Wolves with a 44% and a draw percentage of 27%. I think this could be quite a good challenge for them. Obviously, they are playing at their home ground, so Wolves are going to see all their neighbours in the bath and, you know, might have to knock on the door if it gets kicked over the fence. But who knows? However, I do think Wolves are going to capitalise on this again. So sorry to Luton Town, but it will be a good test for them to see if they have got what it takes. Evidently not so far with them being on 0 points, but I do think Wolves are going to go away with a win with a scoreline of 2-0. Now, next is supposedly 3 points glory for Manchester City, as they are going against Nottingham Forest, making that their second game of the week. Man City with an 85% chance of winning, got Nottingham Forest with a 5% and a draw percentage of 10%. It seems quite unfair for poor Nottingham Forest. Only a 5% seems quite harsh, but I can't say they're wrong. I'd like to say Man City are going to win. But that is exactly what I'm going to say. They are at the Etihad, so obviously it's just going to be the away fans watching. But I do think Man City are going to win. I'm going to say a scoreline of... I'm not going to say something harsh because Nottingham Forest are putting up a good shift in at the minute. So I'm going to say they're going to lose, but only by 1 goal, I'd like to say. Man City are going to win 3-2. I don't know why. Bit of a random one. But that is a bit of a random one, but I'll stick with it. Next is going to be Brentford versus Everton. Okay, this is going to be quite a test for Everton as well. Everton almost winning against Arsenal this week, but lost 1-0 in the end. I think it was Trossard, I'm not too sure. But Brentford with a 54% chance of winning, Everton with a 21% and a draw percentage of 25. It's not looking too good for Everton once again, and in my opinion, I think it's going to be exactly the same thing. However, do you know what? I'm going to take it upon another risk. I'm going to say it's going to be another draw, a 1-1 draw with Brentford and Everton. Next is going to be Burnley versus Man United. Okay, Man United currently 13th. A disgraceful loss against Brighton this week, 3-1. So it's not looking too good for them. And what did I say? Oh yeah, Burnley with the second game of the week for them. Burnley coming in with a 20% chance of winning, Man United with a 58% and a 22% chance of a draw. It's not looking too great for Burnley once again. And as much as I'd like to have faith in them to stay in the Premier League, I don't think they're going to win against Man United. I really don't. They are playing home as well, but no, I think Man United are going to take the win. I'm going to be a bit boring and side with the more percentage chance. I'm going to say that Man United are going to win with a scoreline of 2-1. Now next, a big clash of names this week. Arsenal versus Tottenham. However, the percentage chance is quite different to what I'd expected it to be. Arsenal with a 56% chance, Tottenham with a 22% chance and a draw percentage of 22% as well. It does seem a bit strange considering Tottenham are currently second and Arsenal are fourth. And they are both currently on the same amount of points. So it's more or less just joint second, really. But, you know, Arsenal with a 56% chance and only 22% for Tottenham. That seems pretty underrated on behalf of Tottenham there. However, I do think Arsenal are still going to come across with the win. Again, I am going to go with the main percentage as my winner. So I'm going to say Arsenal's going to win against Tottenham only by 1 goal again. I'm going to say 3-2 to Arsenal. I'm trying to make these score predictions more unique because every time I make them boring, they always seem to be unique. This Premier League season seems to be quite unique with its scoreline, so I'm just going to try and make it a little bit more unique. Anyway, Brighton versus Bournemouth. Brighton coming in with a 70% chance, Bournemouth with a 13% chance and a draw percentage of 17. Now, Bournemouth aren't looking too bad so far. 15th place, just drew to Chelsea, 0-0. So not looking too bad for them so far. However, Brighton are getting quite strong, obviously beating Man United at away grounds. So it's not looking too great for Bournemouth once again. So I'm going to say Brighton is going to win again. Sorry, I'm swaying towards the high population of the percentage. But I am going to say Brighton is going to win with a scoreline of 3-0. Now, next is going to be Chelsea versus Aston Villa. Now, Chelsea are, again, not proving their worth as of last year, spending a significant amount of money last year and not proving it. However, they are putting a little bit of a shift in, only winning against Luton Town, though, out of their 5 games, losing to West Ham, drawing to Liverpool, which is quite good for them. Losing to Nottingham Forest and drawing to Bournemouth. It's not looking too good for them. Aston Villa, I'm pretty sure, lost to Newcastle, we know. Won against Everton, won against Burnley, lost against Liverpool, but won against Crystal Palace. The only thing that makes it a difference is obviously the Liverpool game. Chelsea at least drawing against Liverpool, however, Aston Villa losing. It is going to be away for Aston Villa, but it's not looking too great for Aston Villa probability-wise either. Chelsea, 53% chance, Aston Villa, 22%, and a draw percentage of 25. However, judging by the win-to-loss ratio, where we are currently in the table and how it's looking so far with the teams, Aston Villa are out of quite a few significant players. However, Emery is proving all of these, the youngsters' worth. For example, Duran, honestly, what a goal against Crystal Palace the other day. I'm going to say Aston Villa are going to win, obviously, back in the boys, with a scoreline of 2-1. Again, being boring with a 2-1 scoreline, but I just see it happening. Chelsea could potentially make a turnaround and get their first win, well, their second win out of 6 games. Probably bumping them up from 14th to like 11th or something, because they're currently 14th, Aston Villa 7th. But who knows, we'll only find out then. Next, Liverpool versus West Ham. West Ham again showing strengths. Like I said, I said it'd be a 2-2 draw against Man City. It was only 3-1, so only 1 goal in between it, really. But again, West Ham, 6th place, showing signs of strength. Not enough to win, obviously, at this moment in time, but Liverpool is going to be a great test for them. A great clash. Currently, Liverpool are 3rd place, only drawing once out of their 5 games, not lost at all yet. And other than that, it's not looking too bad for Liverpool in the slightest. Liverpool, 67% chance of winning. West Ham, 15, and a draw percentage of 18. It's not looking too bad for Liverpool at all. However, I am going to stick with what, for some reason, I've got a feeling. I've got a feeling now here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to get this feeling quite often, but West Ham are going to win. I don't know why. I've got that feeling. I've got a feeling West Ham are going to win with a scoreline of 1-0. Now, again, scoreline's a bit strange, and it is a bit of a strange idea of who I think is going to win, but I do think West Ham has got it in the bag against Liverpool, but we'll find out on Sunday. And the last Premier League lineup is going to be Sheffield United versus Newcastle. Sheffield United with a 14% chance of winning, Newcastle 67%, and a draw percentage of 19. It's not looking great for Sheffield United, I can't lie. Sheffield United 17th place. Drew once, lost 4 against Crystal Palace, Nottingham Forest, Man City, and Tottenham only just about there as well in the last minute. Again, Tottenham scored those 2 goals last minute. Quite unfortunate for them. However, they did draw with Everton. And now coming against Newcastle, currently 11th in the Premier League, currently, only with 2 wins and 3 losses. It's looking a bit dodgy for Newcastle at the moment, but not dodgy enough to lose against Sheffield United. So I'm going to say Sheffield United is going to win with a scoreline of 3-0. And there we go, everyone. That is the Premier League Week 6 predictions done for you. Let me know in the comments down below what your predictions are and if you think I have zero ball knowledge once again this week. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you all next week. Take care, guys. Have a good rest of your day. Goodbye.